What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we had to go live today. Again, I was sitting there doing absolutely nothing, wondering what was going on with the world of football, the sport that we love, the sport that we have been heartbroken for the last 72 hours or whatever it was. It went from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs. I don't even know if I know all the information right now. That's why we're going to be here. We're going to be talking about pretty much everything that's going on, as well as talking with you guys and take a look. But pretty much, if you haven't heard, the European Super League is falling apart, and I am absolutely buzzing about it. I've been on Twitter all day long watching the tweets come in and out, and it's just been crazy. I have it pulled up right here. We're gonna be going through it, but there was rumors that Chelsea and City were getting nervous, that they wanted to pull out, and yeah, it looks like they obviously did. There's been a lot of stuff on Twitter though I've been looking at as well, of people saying like it's not all done, it's not all official, but it is the right steps. The right steps have been taken today. Everything seems to be crumbling down, and I said it before, I'll say it again. Social media is a powerful effing thing, man. It's a powerful thing, and looking at the presence, look at the passion between all the football fans out there going together and making sure that this thing was unacceptable was fabulous. It was incredible seeing the videos, the pictures, swarming the streets. People were furious. It would have absolutely changed our sport, and I felt so grateful to see the celebrations of everyone coming together and putting a stop to this. And how can a club continue when they have this type of this kind of hatred towards them? I mean, the Liverpool fans were coming in swarms, the Chelsea fans, people were absolutely disgusted with what was going on in the world of football. And I just want to say that I'm so effing proud of our club, and so proud of just the fan base in general, and Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, PSG. I mean, I put it in the title. They need to take a bow for what they did and their involvement into trying to turn this thing around. There was rumors that they were sitting down with the English clubs and trying to convince them not to join, and there's just been an ongoing of so many storylines, and I'm here, I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm just overwhelmed because I didn't know what was going to happen. No one knew it was going to happen. It looked like it was going to be the worst of worst that was going to happen with the upcoming Super League and what have you, and I'm just absolutely excited. So everyone needs to give our club a round of applause, and then also just any football fan, because the passion really came out today. And you think that if you be quiet, you might not be able to make a difference, but people were loud, people were pissed, people were fighting for what they believe was true. And it looks like this thing is falling apart. Now, there's a lot of moving pieces still. This thing isn't set game match yet, but it's well on its way, and it's a reason to come on here. It's a reason to celebrate. And seeing tweets like this, we're going to bring up Jordan Henderson's tweet, which was incredible. And every time I look at it, the likes, the retweets, the comments, they keep going up. And Jordan Henderson, as I said, the Liverpool fans, they're a passionate group of people. They have the "you'll never walk alone," just like us, and they were heartsick, just like we'd be heartsick if this happened. But Jordan Henderson said that we don't like it, and we don't want it to happen. And it's incredible, like him going out and putting something like this up and seeing the response from so many other players. This is our collective position. Our commitment is to this football club and its supporters is absolute and unconditional. You'll never walk alone. Jordan Henderson, take a bow. It was heartwarming, and seeing the tweets going all day long. They were non-stop. I forgot that there was football on today. And yes, shout out to Schalke, who's been relegated today. But let's get into the chat, guys. How excited are a lot of you? We thought football was dead. We thought football was over, and out of absolutely nowhere, it seems like the right steps have been made. There's been movement with Perez. There's been movement with Woodward. There's a whole bunch of moving stories that's going on. There's a lot of excited people here. Never underestimate the power of the fans. We are football. Football is us. Well said. Man City, Chelsea should be replaced by Bayern and Dortmund. I don't know what the punishment and all that will be. People were trying to say you should get some of it removed from this competition. They should be removed from next. I don't want to get too much into that. I just love the fact that the steps are going to be made today, and hopefully it'll be able to continue to move forward, and this Super League will just not happen, man. But if you're excited today, hit the like button, man, because I was just buzzing. I was ready to get to this mic. I want to see what you guys are saying about it, because it was seriously the saddest I've probably ever been in my life when it came to football related, and just the devastating news and the devastating fans was just heart sickening. And then to see this fan base of just football fans coming together, because it's a passionate sport. It absolutely is. My grandpa It was just incredible, man. Man City confirmed themselves out. Everyone's excited. These are some old ones. Hashtag save our sport. Schalke suck anyway. So yes, Schalke got relegated today, and I'm sure some of you guys are probably pretty happy about that. But man, yes, there will be no Revere Derby next year. Hi, I'm from Manchester City TV. How are you doing, my man? How are you feeling today? There was a lot of devastated people going on out there, and taking a look at, I was watching some of the Man City fan channels. I was watching a lot of the fan channels. I wanted to see what the actual natural reaction was for some of these people, and it was just heart-wrenching seeing the way it was. And I was lucky enough that my club didn't go through with it, which was powerful. And a lot of people take shots at this 50+1 rule, and that's a little unorthodox in the Bundesliga. But that rule is a reason that we didn't have to go down, and we don't have that anger towards our club like a lot of people are seeing. So, my friend from Manchester City Fan TV, how are you feeling today? Do you feel a little bit redeemed from your club doing that, or are you still feel hurt? Let me know. Let me know what you guys are feeling there, because like again, like this is an ongoing situation. The mother of all derbies should be either Klassiker or Madrid derby. No epic versus clumsy Schalke. Schalke got relegated today. It's quite intense. They will be down probably for a while. Question on how many fans desert their teams after falling apart. It's a serious question, man. It's actually a serious question. Because, like I said, when I said there was no coming back, and that's when I went live the other day, it wasn't in the sense that they couldn't pull out of the European Super League, because I had a feeling that it could crumble, seeing the way that social media is. But when I said that there's no coming back, is that these clubs have made the decision to turn their back on pretty much their league, turn their back on their fan base, not do what pretty much everyone in football wanted them to do. And they went off and they joined the Super League. Now they got to live with that. Now they're coming back. They're coming back with their tails tucked between their legs. And there's going to be a lot of explains here. There's going to be a lot of questions asked. And I'm curious to see what it's like. And if there's any fans out there watching right now of other fan bases, let me know how you're feeling. Especially if you're Chelsea, if you're City, if you're one of the founding members that have now pulled out of this absolute disgrace of a competition. Let me know how you're feeling. Are you in the forgiving mood? Are you not in a forgiving mood? Because, like I said, like Borussia Dortmund and Bayern and the Bundesliga, they spoke volumes by not doing this. And PSG deserves a shout out as well. They didn't sign up for different reasons, as we know, but this has just been absolutely incredible. And I've never felt more passionate and more excited to be a part of Borussia Dortmund and the community. And I hope you guys feel the exact same way at home, because I don't know how I would have felt if they ended up being one of the clubs to join. It could change the perspective on something you spent so much time and effort and dedication to over the years. And it's why I like watching some of the other fan channels out there talking about what it was like to go through this process and what it's like being in this process. I was looking at Steven from Esteemed Company. He's on Cloud 9 right now. But he was gutted, as were many of you. And I'm excited to see it. So let's see what you guys are saying, man. ESL is dying. Neon kits are available again. Sancho Smelly might be back. Schalke relegated. We can't stop winning, Josh. That's well said, my man. It's well said. And this is one too. Football is nothing without fans. And it's the beautiful game. It's the most popular sport in the world, and it's the most popular sport for the world for a reason, and it is the fans. And you can't just stab them in the back like this and have no ramifications. And seeing this community stick together and fight for what's right, and to see it actually work. And I'm not saying the threats from UEFA and FIFA didn't have any indication on what was to come, because they absolutely did. They threatened not being able to play in their domestic leagues. They threatened players not being able to play in the World Cup. But the outrage, the passion, the furiness that we saw on social media over these past 72 hours or whatever it was unbelievable. There was so much devastation, and it's seriously just incredible, man. But let's see what some of you guys are saying on here. If I didn't go over your question, man, just, ask it again. I'm so happy. Riley's pumped up. Don't underestimate Borussia Dortmund. Do not. Jordan Henderson, I loved you. You saved soccer. There were so many players, so many people stepping up through this, and it couldn't have been done alone. It had to be done with unity. And in my opinion, man, it was, and it was incredible. And that's like I said, all I wanted to do all day was to go live and celebrate with you guys. And it seems like the right steps have been made today. Who withdrew? The rumors were that Chelsea and City were the first ones to withdraw. Barca, Atletico were reported as well. There's been movement in the board for United as well as Madrid. I've read that there's threats that Madrid can't play in another European competition until Perez is out. I don't know how legitimate a bunch of these are, but man, everyone is feeling good. I'm feeling good. Glad we withdrew from the Super League. That's good to hear, my man. It's good to hear, and as you should be. So Inter, AC, and Real are still in, and Juve, Someone is saying Juve's out. Barca and Juve are still in too. I'm still not happy with our decision to join the Super League, but we've withdrawn from it, so it's great. And it is. And here's a club statement from Manchester City, which if you guys haven't seen it, it's up on screen for you guys to take a look at. We'll be putting up different things, but guys, this is a big win for everyone. Like, so hit the like button. So let's celebrate, because if this happened, it would have been ridiculous. And people are reaching out to me today saying like, Josh, why do you care that much? Like, your club didn't join, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're taking a competition like the Champions League with so much history, so much honor. We're fighting for our lives right now to even qualify for top 4. And to have clubs out there that think that they're better than where they need to be, and that they can just get it naturally each and every year, and just have this glorified Audi Cup or whatever you want to call it. It rubbed everybody the wrong way. And to see everyone bind together the way that they did was absolutely incredible. Man City and Chelsea are out. Am I right? You are right, my friend. I want Perez gone, putting my club in a bad light. Antonio Diaz, how are you feeling, my man? And yeah, I mean, the way that I read it, and I listened to a lot of podcasts over the past, again, 72 hours, and hearing some of the stories about Woodward and Perez lying right to the face in these meetings, and then going and discussing the new, because we know that the Champions League is going to get shuffled up and is going to be shaken up. They're thinking about adding more teams, more games, all that. But these people seem to be on board, and then all of a sudden they stabbed them in the back and they went off and created their own league. And then the crazy thing is that they sat there and said, "Listen, we're down to work with you. We want to be able to work with you guys, but we're gonna take the big hitters and we're gonna go elsewhere." And it was just disgusting, man. It was absolutely disgusting. It's incredible to see the response, and it's seriously just gives you hope. It absolutely does. And a huge shout out to Dortmund again, man. Bayern as well, to have the powers and have the riches. And it's like not wanting being left behind, but having the balls to stick up for yourself, and seeing every single one of the big hitters leave, and then they're asking for you, saying, man, there's a spot at the table, Dortmund, if you want to make a lot of money. And it's a COVID situation. It's a tough thing to reject. Now, the 50+1 rule could have as much as you can, but we know what it's like to be in a Bundesliga fan, and the power of that. It's just incredible. I think Aki would have surely signed up if it wasn't for the 50+1 rule. I mean, you can say that, but it's the beautiful thing about the Bundesliga, and the beautiful thing about the league is that rule's in for a reason, and it's a rule that should potentially look to be adapted worldwide, in my opinion. So something like this couldn't happen. The ESL could be so much better than it is. Like, I wake up today just to see my phone blowing up. Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Nothing is official yet, and that is very true. That is very, very true, that nothing is official yet. But it looks like this thing is falling apart quicker than it started. Bundesliga, as football should be, from Matar, my man. Absolutely. City are the only ones out, I mean. And again, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know how official all these statements are. You guys saw the one that was up on the screen for City, but it seems like a lot of these people are excited to go and excited to get out of this, and they saw the reaction, and that's got to be the number one reason why this is the response it gets, is because it was a meltdown. It was an absolute meltdown. It shook the world of football. And to see everyone coming together, pushing for the right direction, and to have it actually happen is just absolutely incredible. Perez is talking in about 30 minutes is what we're saying, which is going to be fantastic to hear. Josh, you're one of the best YouTubers I have met. Thanks for doing this incredible video. I appreciate that, my friend. Means a lot. Get rid of the owners. Football is for the fans. This is why the Bundesliga is the best. You heard it right here first, man. I heard that they have been planning this for a long time, and they've been waiting the time to announce it. Lord UEFA faces, shake my head. They have been planning this for a long time. The rumors of the Super League have been going on for a long time. This isn't just random news. The thing that, again, that surprised so many people is that they actually did it. It's not like they sat down at a table and said, listen, like, we're actually thinking of doing this. This is our demands if we want us to stay. They pretty much stabbed UEFA, FIFA, and so many other people in the back and to make this decision. And that's why I got rubbed the wrong way. They did it in the most sneaky, snake-worthy kind of approach you could have ever imagined, which is why it didn't get taken in with any type of love whatsoever. And just to hear the riots going on was just incredible. Not to lie, my respect for Bayern went way up this year with this. Hard to root for a rival, but when I heard that City and Arsenal over Bayern after this, absolutely. I mean, you've seen it before in the Bundesliga as well, man. When even in Champions League, you see Bundesliga sides cheering for us. We have a lot of Bayern fans here on this channel, and they've cheered for us through the Champions League. You see a lot of love, a lot of fight together with the Bundesliga, and I've never felt more proud to represent this league and to represent this club. And it's just incredible. It absolutely is. We've taken huge strides. Dortmund, Bayern, and PSG's in there as well, man. They absolutely deserve a round of applause. And it shows what the fans mean to this. And to be here, it just makes me so proud. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, because it is amazing. And I see Steve's fired up. He's got the yellow hearts. What is a Super League? I just woke up and I am confused. All right, David, the Super League was basically the big hitters taking off and trying to create their own league. The biggest reason, I mean, money is the one, but the reason that I think some of these clubs went in so easily is because, like I said, in the Premier League, when there's 6 clubs fighting for 4 Champions League spots, and you have Arsenal missing it out each and every year, you have Tottenham, you've had Chelsea, who's won it some years and then not qualified some years. You've seen it in Serie A with AC Milan going a very long time without qualifying. Inter's finally started turning around after years of not making it. Juve right now is on the bubble, and they're a team who've won the league the last 9 years. These big clubs are terrified of the consequences of not making Champions League, but that takes the competitiveness, that takes the fun out of watching the league, which then leads to the Champions League. And it's not fun just because you are one of the biggest leagues and biggest teams. And I'm looking at Arsenal too. Arsenal is a huge league. They've been underachieving for a long time, but they are in the biggest league, and they are obviously one of the biggest clubs, even though the performances aren't there, which is why it was a no-brainer for them to try to do it. But again, when it comes down to the fans, when it comes down to the passion, to the fight back, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All they need to do is get rid of owners that implemented the 50+1 rule worldwide. Fight for football. It isn't over. Bundesliga is a farmer's league for Bayern. Okay. Wouldn't say that. Wouldn't say that. Let's go. No Super League. Absolutely fired up. Thanks. I'm a bit behind today. Had a dentist appointment. Not a problem, my man. Like the stream, guys. We appreciate it. We appreciate the likes. This is a celebration, man. This is an absolute celebration. It is incredible. And I'm trying to keep you guys up to date as much as I can. But this is still an ongoing situation. And there still could be some twists and turns into this. But we're watching a domino effect going on right here. And it's great. It's absolutely great to hear. Perez is about to leak some DMs. He ain't going to. He's ain't going out silently. It's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly. But as long as this thing gets put down, then I'm just absolutely buzzing. Josh, just heard Andre Silva is back on the menu. Yet another dub. Yep, Frankfurt won today for you Bundesliga and Dortmund fans out there. So huge L for us. But like I said, we're hunting down Wolfsburg. That is our number 1 target. Agreed. Shout out Josh for keeping us up to date. 100%. We appreciate it. We appreciate the kind words, man. It's good to see. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'm in a great mood. I wanted to get on here as quick as I can. The comments are coming in. I'm trying to get to them all. If I can't get it, just ask it again. But respect for Chelsea, Man City too. They do deserve respect. No one knew. You don't know what's gonna happen before you go into it. I mean, I respect my club so much more than I've already, loved it about that decision. But they had to know going in that this is going to be a nightmare. And just the way that the whole thing went down, the way the whole thing was announced, it put such an ugly taste in so many people's mouths. And it was just awful. Matar says the Super League woke up feeling dangerous with 0 official match play, 0 goals scored, 0 fans attendance. WWE storyline. It's funny, man. Bundesliga is pure football from Bayern. I absolutely agree. Bundesliga rules. We still love all teams. Rest in peace, Schalke. Yeah, Schalke. I mean, I honestly forgot. Again, I forgot football was even going on today. That's how big this storyline was. That's how big this was dominant. They literally slid the fact that Jose Mourinho got sacked under this. It was just ridiculous. But I don't even hate the 50+1 rule. They know that it was a wrong choice. The Prem is going to lose a lot of fans still. And that's what I'm curious to see what a lot of the Premier League fans are feeling though, because it's tough. It's a tough thing to go through. A lot of them feel so betrayed. Someone asked me, Josh, how do you feel about Chelsea now? As some of you guys know, that is my Prem side. That is one of the first teams I've ever followed as well, as long as I have Borussia Dortmund. And I mean, it's hard because Roman's there is when he's in the mix. Money's always involved. So I don't know. I don't know. I still respect them, but there's just all I can say is my love for Dortmund has skyrocketed even more. I mean, we work with the club. We have a fan channel about the club. We get to communicate with you guys each and every week. I've never felt more attached and more proud to be a part of this than I am right now. And if any of you guys are on the bubble of looking to join a community, man, this is a good one to do. We got some good people here. Mad respect for Gary Neville. He was a huge influence for me to come on here and try to speak my opinion, man. Listening to his just fired me right up. I wanted to come on here. I wanted to celebrate. He's done such a wonderful thing and speaking out, and he's speaking out against the club that he's associated with, and that is Manchester United. So Gary Neville, for me, deserves a round of applause. 100% he does. Some people are saying PSG deserve no applause. Just stay out of it. Yeah, like I said, PSG, I mean, again, they deserve a bit of an applause for not obviously committing to it, but there was specific reasons why it never went down. And yeah, so I mean, they don't deserve, in my opinion, they don't deserve as much of applause as Bayern and Dortmund did. But I mean, there was some mixed interest, let's just say, with PSG as to why they didn't just jump on the bandwagon. Snipe City's here said, I needed good news after my Habs are playing like crap. Very true, my man. Very true. Toronto FC. Toronto FC, you see them hanging in the background. My local club. Do you miss Hakimi? Yes, desperately I miss Hakimi. I absolutely do. But it's not about making the Champions League again. It's about money. It is, man. It is. What's up, Josh? AR9 in the house. How you doing, my man? To be honest, could have used this ESL money to produce those infinite neon kits. We could, man. We could. But I'm proud, man. I'm proud of just the footballing community in general. That's what I'm the most proud about, seeing everyone come together. Chris is fired right up. He says, let's go. Josh, make Leicester as your Prem club. I might have to look at it. But who would have thought the ESL was a good thing? Woodward gone from United. Thank you, ESL. Yes, man, there's going to be a ton of knock-on effect. And it's going to be an interesting story to follow. Just to see the way that these Premier League clubs, and I'm talking about the league in itself, seeing the ramifications of them basically saying that we're the best, and the Leicesters and the Evertons. And Everton had an excellent tweet or post, or I can't remember where I read it, or maybe it was even from a fan saying the fact that they thought Tottenham deserved to be in the Super League in front of Everton was laughable. But it'll be crazy, man. It will be crazy. MXE21's here, says, hey Josh, how you doing, my man? David Alaba has officially left and signed for Real Madrid till 2026. Yeah, that was a big one. Sterling says, okay, bye. Pops up on the screen. No one was behind this. No one was behind this, man. And when you see the threats coming at players like Sterling right there, saying that you can't represent your country at the World Cup, like, why would they want to stay at United or City and United and all these other clubs? There's no way. PSG has a key investor in UEFA, otherwise they had done it 100%. And I agree with that, Adam. I do agree with that. I do. It is tough. It is tough, but I do agree. But they ultimately didn't do it, so it is kind of a win-win. But we'll check over on Twitter right now. We'll see what some of the latest is coming up. Pears is supposed to speak soon. The only team that's officially left is City. So producer T's in the background right now telling me that the only team that who officially leave right now is Manchester City. So a lot of these storylines can be misleading.
Chelsea has their doubts. City's the only people who have left. Barca and Atletico
are wanting to stay. Okay, so the story is just ongoing, man. Taylor's in the background throwing up some facts. He said that the only official club to actually leave is Manchester City, while Chelsea has their doubts, but it's not official. And of course, he just said that, which is going to what I've read, said that Barca and Atletico actually want to stay. Even though what I've been reading as well on Twitter and whatnot is saying that they're one of the teams to go. So that's why I said, man, there's a lot of ongoing moving stories right now, and it's going to be fun to cover. I was hoping that this would just kind of float under the bus, but we'll see. In my opinion, Bayern and BVB don't deserve any applause. Their CEOs aren't saints because of their 50+1 rule. Kudos to the DFB. It's one way to look at it. It's one way to look at it, but no one knows what's going on behind the scenes, man. Thanks for reading my message, mate. I hope BVB can beat Union tomorrow. Not a problem, my friend, and I hope that as well. we as a fan shouldn't be celebrating too early. It's very true. It's like I just said, it's an ongoing story. Bradley is great. Zhervenko, you guys are noticing the TFC in the background. I like it. I respect it. That's my local club. How can it be super without the big three in the Bundesliga? Yeah, and like I said, there's reasons why it was hard for them to join. I know this is off topic, but would Jose be a good fit for Dortmund? I don't want Jose Mourinho whatsoever, man. In my opinion, he is absolutely washed up. Yo, Josh, can't stay for long. Just came to say a little hi. Luca, how you doing, my man? Yo, Josh, you kind of cute, bro. All right. Bob's hitting on me. Gotta like it. Gotta like it. Sterling is going to join BVB. I don't know. Hello from Montreal. Or no, not from Montreal. Yeah, from Montreal. FC Montreal. Oh, no. There's a chirp. Seb chirping me with the Montreal win. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. We're missing a lot of our players. It's fine. Barcelona needs the money. Barcelona does need the money. And if there's one club, in my opinion, that would seriously push for this and not give up, it would be Barcelona. 100% it would be. They are in such a shit show. They're losing so much money. They have such crap wages on some of these players. They're a club that I can see doing it, but I don't know. I'm hearing so many mixed responses. I'm hoping some of the other clubs dropped out. It's a huge step that at least one is official. That City actually made the step, so I guess huge kudos to them. But I don't know. Again, from what I was reading, I'm hearing that teams are staying, but we're also reading stuff that teams are going. So I don't know, man. It's getting crazy. We're getting some stuff popping up for you guys as well. The ESL is far from dead. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an ongoing story, man. Bro, I'm just trying to let you know how I feel. That's Bob. I like the compliments, my man. I like the compliments. I think RB Leipzig have surprised everyone the most. Yeah. I can't believe Leipzig didn't jump in. Maybe it was a big one to try to get some Bundesliga love, I guess. But they would have been a club for me that would have, I thought, jumped at the opportunity. So I guess kudos to them. But there are reasons though that why clubs aren't joining that you're surprised, especially PSG, like we said. I think we're gonna see a couple of big surprising summer signings. I think that some players of the teams will sign up and jump ship and join clubs like Dortmund. It could be Alex. It could be. But again, this story is going to have to keep developing. Someone says that I heard that Chelsea are officially out. Sebastian is here. He said that he drank a Red Bull and Cologne lost. There you go. I guess you're going to have to drink a Red Bull each and every time Leipzig plays. After seeing this as a result of American capitalism, and I'm going to move to Lithuania and become a community. That's one plan, my man. That's one plan. I heard that all 12 clubs are going to have a meeting tonight. I heard something of the sorts as well. But again, man, there's just so many ongoing stories. It's hard to know exactly what to believe. The one official thing, though, I'm confident is that City is out. And hopefully Chelsea, from some of the rumors that we're hearing, hopefully Chelsea's out as well. We're trying to jump up on the home button, on Twitter here, and try to give you guys some stuff we keep seeing, but they were dropping like flies earlier today, and every time I was on Twitter, it was that another one was dropping out, and it's seriously, as soon as one does, it's got to be a knock-on effect, because people are saying what a day, and that was absolutely it, man. Breaking: Perez is found on the alley of West Sevilla. He's currently at the hospital receiving treatment. Well, Bob, I definitely take that with a grain of salt, but hopefully this can convince people to stay at BVB longer. It could, man. It's a good look, man. It's a good look on the Bundesliga sides. Whether you want to fight the reason that they didn't join or they didn't join, but it is good, and I'm proud. I'm proud right now of my club, and I know that you guys are as well. And I know that some of you guys are celebrating the relegation of Schalke, one of the rumored clubs to join the European Super League. But we'll move on. Inter will not join the European Super League. I'm an Inter fan, and Inter are a financial situation, but will still run football reports. Inter want to stay in Serie A. Well, that is one of the interesting thing, though, is because every single one of the clubs that did join the European Super League did not feel like they wanted to leave the normal league. They wanted to represent their domestic league. They wanted to not do Champions League and then do the European Super League, and they'll be guaranteed the money each and every year and don't have to worry about if they slip up and have a bad season in Serie A, for example. They'll still be able to represent their club at the highest level. That was the reason that this whole thing pretty much happened. But I'm glad you're here. We have an Inter fan in the situation right now, thinking that it won't happen. But again, guys, there's a lot of news. So if you guys hear reports, you guys see tweets, feel free to put them in the chat. Producer T is doing a good job in the background, finding some stuff for you guys as well. Now that the Liverpool players have denounced it, every second of the owners don't budge, it becomes more embarrassing for them. That is true. But I felt, and what I heard was that Liverpool and Manchester United were two of the big ones that stemmed behind this and were very, very hands-on and involved in the European Super League. So, in my opinion, I think Liverpool is going to be one of the last ones, even though I feel like it hit their fan base hard. So, it'll be interesting. But the fact that Jordan Henderson came out with that, I think, was a huge, big step. And hopefully it'll lead to some movement on the Anfield side. But either way, guys, this is good talks. This is good to have. And hopefully we just keep pushing. And like we said, the people who deserve a huge round of applause is the fan base, the community that is football fans. We've done such an amazing job so far. Our voices need to be heard. And you guys are doing a wonderful job. And we appreciate it. We hope you guys enjoy this kind of content. We don't hope you enjoy this kind of content, but we hope that you guys are supporting of it and trying to do what we can to make sure that this doesn't go forward. Because in my opinion, it would ruin football. And this is coming from a Dortmund fan whose club wasn't even involved. Peres was the front man. And I believe that. What do I do with Real Madrid shirts in my museum? Yeah, man. It'll be interesting. Great stream, Josh. I appreciate it, my man. I'm happy that Manchester City backed out. Huge cojones to be able to do that. I think that Schalke would have joined the ESL because of their... Yeah. They absolutely would. If I would have felt two Bundesliga sides would have, if they could have. I mean, I would have put Schalke because of their financial situation, the fact they got relegated. But again, they didn't. Neither did Leipzig, so I want to keep them proud. Chris is here, says, "Hey Josh, just joined. What did I miss so far? You've missed a very intense ongoing story. That is the Super League, and we're trying to keep you guys up to date. This is again a very ongoing situation. Drop a like, we appreciate it. We appreciate the love here on the channel, but." Pretty much that the story of the day was that City have looked to drop out of the Super League. It looked like Chelsea was on the verge. They may have officially dropped out. They may not have. It's a very ongoing situation right now, and it's going steps in the right direction. You're seeing huge players. You're seeing huge fan bases. You're seeing a lot of anger on Twitter. You're seeing a lot of anger on every social media platform. You're seeing rallies. You're seeing the right steps being taken today to hopefully lead to the dismay of this awful competition that is the European Super League. And we're seeing a lot of mixed responses. Like, I'm seeing that a lot of teams have dropped out. I've read that Madrid, I've read that Barca, that they have. I've read that Chelsea are officially out, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. All I know for sure is that City did, and that again is a huge step.
City's formally withdrawn. Chelsea is in the process of getting things ready to withdraw, and that's it.
So Producer T's in the background as well, giving us updates, saying that City officially has, and our Chelsea is right behind them, attempting to get their process done for dropping out. So again, huge steps, man. Huge steps. I love my club, and you should, man. Bayern, Dortmund, and just the Bundesliga in general should be very proud of the steps and what the league is about to be able to stop situations like this. And you can say the only reason that it didn't happen is because of the 50+1 rule. Well, that's a league decision, man. That is what this league is built on. That's what this league is based on. It's the reason that Leipzig has its mixed feelings and Hoffenheim as well. But it stops situations like this happening. So love it or hate it. I'm the proudest I've ever been of being a Bundesliga supporter, a Dortmund supporter, and having the 50+1 rule, because the owners can't just get up and join this kind of disgrace on football. I mean, English fan, Andy fan team of Plymouth. Nice. And my favorite German side is Dortmund. Well, my friend, I hope that you're proud of your favorite German side. And yeah, let me know what your feelings are of this. And let me know what any of you guys' feelings are of this, because I'm seeing a lot of love, though. Borussia Dortmund are arguably the best self-run, sustaining club in the world, alongside Bayern, and I agree with that as well. A lot of the turnover we had of profit that we've made at Borussia Dortmund is definitely huge. Laughing happily. It's good to hear, man. As a City fan, I'm relieved that I have gotten out of the Super League. I'm so jealous of how the Bundesliga is run. It's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. And a lot of people aren't fully aware what goes on in the Bundesliga and the way that the 50+1 rule and just the culture that is the Bundesliga. So it is very cool to hear, man. It's very cool to hear that some of you guys are showing a little bit more respect towards it. At least notice it, because there's nothing but good things, because it stops situations from this digressing. And I don't know. I'm just proud, and I'm proud as a community, and I've said it so many times. That's the word. And seeing that Manchester City, a team that, again, love them or hate them, they get made fun of for the money that they have. But this is a situation where they stood up and they dropped out. So I know that they were part of the initial ones, and you can have your reactions on that, but they recognized that it wasn't worth it, and they made a decision, and they've backed out, and that's absolutely huge. It's huge character. We have some City fans here because of our collaboration with Steven, so it's interesting to get their perspective on it, and I'm excited for them and their fans, and I'm happy that their club really saw the correct way to approach this. Big respect to RB Leipzig and their board members as well. Yes, and I believe they could have joined this pretty easily if they wanted to. So, yeah, big shout out to them. But hopefully they'll be able to gain some love as well from the Bundesliga, and hopefully, build a little goodwill there. But Josh, how do you think that these clubs will actually exit the European Super League? Do players come out and say that there's a legally binding contract they've signed, or can they just leave? I don't know that answer. I don't know what the legal yeah, I honestly don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what went on behind the scenes at the contract, but I feel like there was still an issue with them just being uprooting the Champions League. There had to be some legal implications of just saying, okay, I finished first in the Prem, I'm not representing the Champions League anymore, I'm going to the European Super League. And then I don't know what Perez did behind the scenes, man. I absolutely don't, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens and what the ramifications are. Your thoughts on the new Champions League format for 2024? Instead of 8 groups of 4, there will be 1 group of 36 teams. I've not heard of that, but if that's the case, I think that's stupid. That's what they say? 1 group of 36 teams. I don't like that. I'm a traditionalist. I don't like a lot of change. This change, the European Super League, in my opinion, is just disgusting amount of change for my taste. I don't even like the look of that. I like the groups. I like the way it goes down. I don't know. It depends on the games, because if you look at it with 36 teams, and you say you play, and I don't know. I don't know how you're to determine which teams you play. I don't know if there's going to be, obviously, standings. But it just seems like there's going to be a lot of disinterest. If you lose your first 4, well, then you're clearly not qualifying for anything. I don't know how it works. I have no idea how it works. I have to look into it a little bit more. I'm not a big fan of change. You guys can let me know what you think of it if you've looked into it at all. But I like the group stage. I like the qualifications that way. I like that some teams drop down to the Europa League. I like the way it is. But people have been screaming for a revamp in the Champions League for a while. And I mean, I would happily take this new 1 group, 36 teams over the European Super League anyways, so I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yusuf is here, my man. How are you doing? Respect to Bayern and Dortmund. Much love, my friend. What is your score prediction for tomorrow? Union Berlin, Borussia Dortmund, 2-0 for Dortmund. Yes, reports in Germany said that after Dortmund, Bayern, and PSG declined the European Super League, Perez offered the spots to Schalke, Porto, and Leipzig. I read that as well. I don't know how many. If that's true, but I mean, I just find it so funny they offered it to Schalke. And if Schalke naturally rejected it, then that'd be a huge job, because they are in a mess right now, man. You need more subs, so I subbed from. You need more subs, so I subbed. Also, remember me from yesterday's stream. I appreciate that, man. If you guys like the content, you want to subscribe, it means the world to me. I mean, We are lucky enough to be able to work with Dortmund and their Twitch. We have a great community, a great partnership over there with them. We've been lucky enough to start this channel and get a lot of love and respect from you guys, and it's incredible. So I mean, if you guys like the channel, you want to drop a like, I mean, drop the like for you guys. Don't drop the like for me. Drop the like for the community that we've built here, and the love for the sport, because that's what I've taken away from today, man, and it's been huge. But I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you enjoy the content. Big up JJD TV for all love from Canada, from a City fan that's buzzing right now. I appreciate it, my man. Yeah, and like I said, City deserves a round of applause for what they did. It's not easy to be able to be in that situation and then have the balls to drop out, and I'm hoping that more follow. The first domino has fallen. The first official domino has fallen, so we'll have to see what's going to go on. The good thing from the Super League is Josh got 11k views on his stream. Yeah, it wasn't a stream that I was proud or wanted to do, but it was one that was received very well. We did gain some more members to the community, which is always a good thing, but it was in circumstances that I just would never wish on anyone, because no football fan wants to see this, man. It was confirmed that Leipzig, Schalke, and Porto were all offered Dortmund and Bayern and PSG sports for the founding 15 fathers, and Dortmund and Bayern and PSG had rejected it. I also heard that Porto rejected it immediately. Benfica, I heard, was rumored to it, but my second favorite team is Spurs. It's crazy for me. Jose was sacked. I just found the fact that Mourinho got sacked right in the middle of this, and nobody cared. Nobody cared. It's hilarious. It's true, Josh. I saw the 36 teams in one group. I swear. I believe you guys. I don't like the sound of it, man. I'm absolutely ecstatic about City dropping out of this. The Bundesliga is run by the fans, because football is a fans game, and nobody can forget that. Well said, Alan, my man. Proud of your team as well. And like I said, man, we do have some pretty cool City fans that are here on the channel now because of our nice little collaboration. So it is cool to get your guys' perspective as well. Are you on a live? I am alive, my man. I am live. Henderson has 139k likes. It does, and he puts the pressure on Liverpool, which is perfect, man. Bravo BVB for not being a part of this. Big joke from a PSG fan. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I know PSG wasn't a part of it. You can hear what you guys want as well as to why, but I mean, the big thing is that they weren't a part of it, and hopefully they can PSG can help Bayern, can help Dortmund, and put an end to this, man. The ESL deserved to crumble. Yes, it did. Schalke could have easily said yes to the devil. They could have, man. They would have been. This is no better situation in their career in their prospective club to do it. However, it looks like it's crumbling, so you better save face with the fans, because it would have been an ugly situation. Would have been the most hated club in Germany anyways if they took the offer. Yeah, and I think that's the reason why Leipzig looked at it as an opportunity to build some goodwill with the Bundesliga side, and they deserve my respect for saying no. So I mean, I think it might have worked. You never know. What happened? I left for 15 minutes. A lot always happens, man. We're trying to get we're trying to find the up-to-date information that is the European Super League. We're trying to get the up-to-date on whatnot. Paris is supposed to apparently speak. There's a lot of information that's popping up on Twitter. Paris waiting for clubs. Oh man, it's wild, man. Absolutely wild. Woohoo! It is over. Thank goodness. It's not over yet, guys. It is not over yet. This storyline is not nowhere near done, but it looks like the right type of steps were made today. I'm very pointed in my Real Madrid. We got a Madrid fan here. Yeah, and I don't blame you, my man. I don't blame you. Kyle Walker comes on. Football is for the fans. It is. It is. And again, guys, I'm North American, so I have a different perspective on the club. I wasn't lucky enough to wake up and attend these matches each and every week like some of you guys are. Not every fan does do that, but a lot of the ones that it's hit hard are the ones that have been directly involved with the club. And I followed this league and this sport from a distance, and I fell in love with it from the pyramid way that they do it with their leagues and the Champions League. And it's been an interesting perspective for me to take a look at this, because the European Super League is how a lot of sports are run in North America, and I don't like it. And it's one of the big reasons I did fall in love with this sport and the clubs. And it's cool to have a bit of a voice here on YouTube now, and obviously doing work with Dortmund is incredible. And it made me so proud of the club to see the way that this thing is going down and seeing all the fan bases come together, whether you're a fan of Juve, you're a fan of City, you're Dortmund, you're PSG, you're Leipzig, you're Schalke, it doesn't matter. Everyone was on Twitter over the past 72 hours coming together, seeing the protests, seeing the love. It's been cool. It's been cool to see. It's going to be interesting to see how the clubs are going to try to recover the love that, you know, has been, because it's angered a lot of people, man. It's like the devil offering an apple to Adam and Pears asking every club to join. It was. And especially when the decision was made for some of the big hitters around the world. And they put clubs like Dortmund and Munich and PSG in awkward positions, because they are some of the big hitters as well. And you're seeing them going off, and you're seeing there's a spot at the table right here, right ready to happen. And no one knows what happened behind closed doors. I'd like to think that my club stuck to their guns as much as they possibly could. And I'm going to believe it, because they didn't join the table, and they've made huge approaches to the fact that they don't want this thing to happen. But it's just like, it was disgusting that the approach that they did right now. And it's cool to see this thing crumble. I hope it continues. I hope that some of the clubs keep going, keep fighting. And I think the fans and the supporters out there deserve a lot more praise than you might think, because like I said, social media can be an ugly thing sometimes. It can also be a beautiful thing. And being on Twitter, being on Instagram, being on YouTube, and seeing the support from everyone and binding together in this community has been absolutely incredible. And like that, we're starting to see a little crumble. So it's very cool to see, man. And some people are saying only Man City have pulled out. And that is some of the rumors that we are hearing as well. But the European Super League will happen one day, though. It's just when Dortmund, Bayern, and Leipzig decide. I don't know, man. I don't know if it'll happen. Like I said, there's been rumors of this going around for generations. And the fact that they actually pulled the trigger this time, and within a couple of days, matter of hours, it's already crumbling, because they can't do it naturally. They have to have UEFA and FIFA on their side to be able to do this, and they don't want to. They took the wrong approach. They've blown this up. If this European Super League ever gets mentioned, if this thing doesn't obviously happen, it'll be a tough sell on anyone, because we've now lived through it. We're seeing the kind of disgust that's going on with fan bases here, and we've had a lot on this channel, on this chat, that have popped in. And we had 450 plus on the one that we did a couple days ago, and we had fans from all over the place saying how heart-wrenchingly sad that they were, and it was tough to read. I'm glad it's crumbling, but I feel like it's inevitable in the future. It depends, man. It depends, because now it's put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. We shouldn't be mad at our club. It's just greedy owners who don't care about football. They just want to line their pockets. Said Jim, who is your club, my man? But yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, you can be mad at your club, though, because those are the owners, and you've grown up and you've loved your club and you've respected your club and you've done everything you can to support your club, and then you get backstabbed. I absolutely understand why people are frustrated and upset. But yes, you should put a lot of that, if not all of that, rage towards the owners, 100%. When Schalke struggle in the Bundesliga 2, and the phone call from Pear has been like, the ESL is still on, we're waiting. Yeah, I don't know what Schalke's situation was there, man. But Jim says, I'm so glad I don't have to stop watching my club. It's good to hear, man. It is good to hear. BVB, Bayern, PSG save football. That will be remembered in history for the Premier Club that never backed down for the Super League. It's a proud day, man. Liverpool and Man United owners need to be run out of their clubs, from CC. They were the ones that what I read were very, very involved, man. Very involved. It's an issue. It's an ongoing issue with football. Money can talk. Money can talk. Money's got a lot of influence. I mean, like I said, the last Super League that's kind of went afloat was the Chinese Super League, and it plucked a lot of people, a lot of players in their prime. You guys remember Oscar? Any of you good Premier League fans out there? Grabbed that kid when he was 25 and put a lot of money in front of him, and he said, whatever, I'll go play in this disturbing league over in China, just because money can move things, man. It absolutely can. So this Super League, I don't think it's quite done yet, but today was a good step. One positive thing is that would have come out of the Super League mess is that Dortmund would have gained a lot of new fans from those other 12 clubs. Yeah, and they still might, man. Like, there's still a lot of angry fans. We've had a couple of people commenting on past videos and saying, I hope you guys can welcome me to the community. I'm looking for a new club. It's just because the clubs were pulling out, maybe they can fix some of that goodwill, but there's a lot of angry fans out there. 100% there is. And I don't blame them, man. People saying that it's because BVB, Bayern, and PSG didn't sign up are so wrong. People still would be against it, and it will be destroyed. Yeah, and I can't speak to the fact as why they didn't go in. I'd like to think it's because they didn't believe in it, but there are some underlying factors as to why they didn't happen. But the Bundesliga was built on the 50+1 rule and by the fans, and it doesn't matter if they want to use that as an excuse. That's what this league is built on. It's one of the reasons I love the league. And we get made fun of all the time. People reach out to me all the time, being a Dortmund supporter, saying, your record signing, you've spent absolutely nothing. How are you expecting to win if you're not willing to drop the money? And it's like, we have won a lot. We have a beautiful history here. Sometimes it's not all about winning, but it does suck when you do lose. I mean, we've had a tough season this year, but there's always going to be the morals of what made you fall in love with the club. And it's the reason that I've said it 50 times today, that I'm proud of this club, and I'm proud of the steps that we've done, and the influence that we're having on other teams and other clubs to hopefully make the right decision and back out of this. But it's incredible to see, man. Jim's a fan of Liverpool Football Club, and that's why, like I said, the people I've felt have been hit hard is Liverpool. I mean, there is a huge connection between Liverpool and Dortmund, and a lot of people ask me, like, who's your Prem club? Like, who do you cheer for? And I'm Canadian, guys. I grew up without any influence, so again, it all kind of came by myself. But a lot of people expect me to have a soft spot for Liverpool, which I do. But it's because they have the same morals, man. You'll never walk alone. And seeing a lot of these angry Liverpool supporters, it hit home, because it could have been us. If we didn't have this rule, who knows what would have happened. But we do, thankfully. The league is an interesting one, and it's a fun league to watch as well, which part of this channel, and it's been the reason that we're working nicely with the club, is that I want to help grow the sport in itself in Canada. It's always been a goal of mine since I was little. But to help find young fans and fans of other leagues and other teams, and try to get them to have an interest in Dortmund, in the Bundesliga, it is cool, and I take pride in that. And I'm seeing a lot of, like I said, I'm seeing a lot of fans coming over now and messaging me and saying, do you have room for one more? And of course we do. Football's a beautiful and worldwide thing. It is very cool to see. Reports in Spain are saying that 6 of the Liga sides are on the verge of complete bankruptcy and liquidation. That is an interesting report. I know Barca's been struggling. I don't know which 6 would be, man. They need to start getting people back in the stadium. It is tough to see. I think the best manager of all time is BVB's managers. Jurgen Klopp, baby. I remember Oscar. Yeah, he's still playing. He's 29 years old. Oscar's over in the Chinese Super League. It's where money can hurt, man. CC is a Liverpool fan here. I feel a close connection with Dortmund on various reasons. Won't miss any Dortmund match from out here. I'll always support Klopp and the players. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Well said, CC. And yeah, there is some huge connections between Dortmund and Liverpool, and it is very cool to see. It's why a lot of our Dortmund fans do like Liverpool. You are the man. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. You guys are very loving today. French, Spanish, and Italian leagues are on the verge of complete collapse. This isn't a joke. I'm not sure where you're getting these reports from, my friend. If you want to send some links, we'd like to take a look at them. Tottenham had no business being in the chosen 6. Forest and Villa are bigger clubs, and yeah, I mean, watching Everton chirp Tottenham was pretty funny. But yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. But yeah, Nottingham and Villa are bigger clubs and have 3 European Cups between them. Leicester's bigger as well. And that's why I said, man, it would have rubbed me such the wrong way being the rest of the Premier League clubs, knowing how much money the Premier League makes worldwide, and being Leicester sitting in the top 4 right now. Comfortably a better squad than both Tottenham and Arsenal. Probably them combined right now, the way that they're playing. And then seeing them just scooch on by and get invited to this it's just ridiculous. But Arsenal and Tottenham are worldwide clubs. They have a lot of fans. They got a good fan base. There are reasons why they were chosen, but on performance, and that's what makes this football pyramid beautiful, is that anyone can make it. And this is coming from me. Dortmund is sitting in 5th place right now. There's a strong chance we may not even be in the Champions League next year. There's rumors and reports of showing what a potential Champions League would look like without these 12 founding members of the European Super League. it had Dortmund as one of the favorites, and we might not even make Champions League football. So it's makes football crazy, makes football beautiful, man. Do you think that Real, Barca, Juve can't come back now because of the dispute with UEFA? I don't think so. I think UEFA would just welcome everything to go back to normal, but they've shown their claws, they've shown their teeth, man. There could be some ramifications, and some people said that there could still be the verge of not having these clubs back in the Champions League as a punishment. I don't know what will happen, but like I said, this story's far, far from over. Union Berlin are one of the most underrated clubs that come from nothing. Yes, they are, and with beautiful fans as well. They are an example of a traditional club. The fans donate blood to raise money for the stadium. It's very cool. I didn't actually know that, but that's very, very cool. German TV companies pay billions to the Bundesliga every season. Bundesliga is thriving compared to La Liga, Serie A, Liga, which are financially collapsing before our eyes. I don't know where you're getting that, AR9. You're gonna have to show me some proof, man. I don't believe that. Do you speak German? I do not speak German. I do not speak German, but once COVID is over, like I said, guys, we will be going to Germany. We will be going there. I will do my best. Producer T can speak 100-ish words, so, you know. Impressive, right? Impressive. He's getting there. He's getting there. We're trying. I will eventually try to learn it because we will be going to Dortmund, and we hope we have a bright future working with the club and whatnot, but it would be handy to learn German, obviously, but I can't speak it. I'm Canadian through and through, unfortunately, right now. But Tottenham being a part of the six are a joke, never won a Premier League. I know, but they do have a big fan base, man, and again, it's all about the money. Consequences for Real Madrid is huge. Perez must leave the club of football. I read reports that that Perez would, unless he leaves, Madrid aren't welcome back into the Champions League, which, you know, absolutely crazy. But you guys are incredible. It's incredible hearing these stories, seeing fans from absolutely all over the place, and it's very interesting as well. I'm American and stopped following American sports for those reasons. When I discovered European football, it was the greatest day. And that is the North American perspective that I like to put on this, is because, like, I know what it's like. I'm a big hockey fan as well. I'm Canadian. There people are like, no crap, Josh. I am. I'm a huge hockey fan as well. And the consequences is a big word. You get rewarded for being crap. So for some of you Europeans who might not know how hockey works, picture the next Mbappe, the next young thing coming through the ranks, right? Say he's up for grabs, and the way that this one European Super League works, let's say the European Super League actually happened. The way that it actually works, say Arsenal finished dead last place. Well, then they get the first round draft pick, so they get a draft. So finishing dead last place, you get rewarded by getting the first round draft pick. And it's something I didn't always like, because you lose interest in your team. My team, for example, in hockey right now is almost bottom of the table, and it's tough to watch. There's nothing to play for. There's always something to play for in football, and it's the reason that it brought me in, and I indulged in it, is because whether it's a relegation battle, not only in the championship, League 1, Ligue 1, Serie A, there's always a relegation battle, and it means so much. You see heartbreaking, devastating fans and views and all that when you get relegated, because it matters. Where in the NHL, if you finish dead last, you're celebrating, you get the first round draft pick. It's a totally different culture, and to be kind of in the middle of both, being someone from North American, it is interesting to watch. But it's the reason I love the way that European football is set up, and it crushed me to see the way that it almost become a little Americanized, and I just wanted it to stop more than anything else. So that's just a little insight up to what it could look like, and I don't think as much as it would be cool to see Liverpool take on Barcelona and those type of teams each and every week, it wouldn't be what you guys are expecting it to be, and I think people realize that a lot more than they thought it would. On the one factor, BVB and Bayern are the most sustainable financial models and are financially stable despite the pandemic. That is very true. Us not throwing euros, I think that's euros, around at top teams is a good thing. It actually absolutely is, man. Did you hear about City leaving? I did, and they deserve a round of applause, man. They absolutely do. They deserve a round of applause. It was a tough decision for them to obviously to leave, but social media can be a dangerous and unique thing. And I'm on Twitter. I was on Twitter a lot today, man, and it has been incredible seeing the tweets that just cycle each and every day, the passion, the other content creators who are trying to take a stand, and I want to do my part, and I'm trying to keep you guys up to date with our thing, but it is cool seeing your guys' point of view as well. Feeling very glad I found your channel. CC, I'm very glad you did as well. You're a Dortmund fan. It fits naturally. Hopefully, if some of you guys are watching who are interested and you subscribe, it obviously helps. We have a huge fan base here. The fan base on this channel is new. We're relatively new to YouTube, but we're already the official international streamers for Dortmund's Twitch, which is, I mean, it's a pretty cool accomplishment, man, and a lot of it comes from your guys' support. So from the bottom of my heart, man, I really appreciate it. It means so much, and I'm so excited to be able to come on here and talk to you guys, and hopefully get a lot of other perspectives from other fans around the world, and come together and put an end to this disgusting idea of a Super League, man. But we got some hearts coming to the channel. It means a lot. Angie says the new CL formation will start in 2024 with 36 teams. I hate it. Can you explain the 50+1 rule? I can. If you want to watch a very good video of it, there is a video in my community board. It's Rabona TV. He did an excellent one on it. The main thing is that the fans own 51% of the team. So what you're seeing right now with making the decision to jump to the European Super League, you can't really do that. The fans would never go for it. Which is, that's the short and simple reason, man. Angie says I can give me German lessons myself. I've had quite a few people offer to give me German lessons, and I appreciate it, and I will definitely take some people up on it once the opportunity arises. Sky Football said that if Klopp left Liverpool because of the Super League, fans would rip the club apart. Is that true? I read that as well. I believe it. I can believe Klopp. Klopp is German, man. He got raised through the ranks of Borussia Dortmund and spent a lot of time in the Bundesliga. He's German. He knows what it's like and what morals are like. So, yeah, I absolutely could believe him doing that, man. Barca, Chelsea, Atleti, and City, bravo. Again, so from what we hear, I still, the Barca, the Atleti, and the Chelsea aren't official yet, but we're hoping good steps will be made, man. Glad to find you. Bye, my man. How you doing? Good member here on the channel. We appreciate it. What's going to happen to the teams left in the... I'm not sure, man. I'm hoping that they all just eventually just drop out. And everything can kind of go back to normal, man. Glad to see that the ESL has fallen through. Sancho, Kane, Saka, Rashford, Greenwood would be able to play for England. Yeah, again, and a lot of people were throwing jibs at some of the players for these clubs. They had no say in it. Like Greenwood, Fernandez, none of these guys have any say in what's going to happen with this. Their club made that decision, but it would be a crap show, man. When is the next watch along? So we originally weren't going to do a watch along tomorrow as a type of boycott and try to take a stand and show it, but it looks like right steps are going to be made. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a watch along tomorrow. We are, however, 100% going to be doing a watch along for the Wolfsburg game of the weekend. Again, now the most important game of the year, and I will definitely be doing that one for that. And we'll be live on Dortmund's Twitch tomorrow as well. It'll be after the Union Berlin game, so if you don't catch me for a watch along, you guys can catch me for the match, I guess, review over on their Twitch. So it will be cool, man. Perez is probably the most hated man right now. He absolutely is. He was probably up there before this whole thing went down, but he's definitely up there right now. Hopefully now people show the Bundesliga respect and stop calling it a Farmers League. I mean, I don't believe in the term Farmers League. I really don't. I've said this on the channel. If you're new around here, I don't believe in that word, whether it's even at Liga. It's not a fair word. When you have players like Lewandowski, Haaland playing in the Bundesliga, Mbappe, Neymar playing in Liga, there's no such thing as a Farmers League. That's just my take on it. Yeah, you can't have a Farmers League with reigning European champions in Bayern in it. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that. Dortmund checking in. How are you doing, my friend? Any fan who sports a league is a jackass. Yes, it is. What is your Twitch, JJD? I'm very new to the whole Twitch thing. Our Twitch is JJD TV, but we're gonna be live tomorrow on Dortmund's Twitch. So Borussia Dortmund's official Twitch will be live on there tomorrow to break down the Union Berlin game for you guys. So hopefully you'll be able to join that if you're interested. Us German fans would have gone through the roof if our international players couldn't play for our German national team. Yes, they would, and they would also, they're very passionate, and they'd be livid, absolutely livid, if they joined this disgusting European Super League. They absolutely would. Josh, I'm now oddly confident we will get top 4. With Sancho returning. Well, the Union Berlin game will be a huge test tomorrow, but the true test will be against Wolfsburg. I said that there's going to be one club that we're going to be able to knock off of top 4. It is Wolfsburg, and we have a 6-point thriller coming up with them this weekend. We'll be doing a watch along, so any of the new people we've gained here, hopefully you subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you're interested in the channel, and hopefully you'll be able to check it out when we do the watch along on the weekend. It'll be a good game. Arsenal's out. That's big. Producer T keeping us up says that Arsenal is out. They're about to make a big announcement that Arsenal has left. It's too late to pull out Arsenal. We are already pregnant with anger and disappointment. That's a tweet I'm reading, but it is a good step. Arsenal's gonna have to mend some fences as well, but it is, again, it's still the right decision, man. It absolutely is. Stuttgart will beat Wolfsburg. Trust. I'm hoping it. Julian, my man, he's confident. Is every Dortmund match available in Canada? Lucky in the States, we have the ability to watch them. Please don't sell Holland, Sancho. Yes, I watch every Dortmund game on Sportsnet, so we do have availability to it. It is very handy. It makes me even more proud, again, to represent this league. We used to have pretty much exclusive rights to the Premier League. DAZN bought that. The Premier League is not shown on television anymore in Canada. Sportsnet made a good partnership with the Bundesliga to help, again, grow the league in my country, which I absolutely love. Now we just need to sign Jonathan David, and I'm fine. But on a serious note, what will happen to the football clubs after attempting to partake? I again, as much as FIFA and UEFA wanted to threaten them not being allowed to play in their domestic league, the domestic leagues cannot function without these clubs. It is a huge battle of balls, man, and nothing, in my opinion, and this isn't fact, in my opinion, nothing will happen. They will get a slap on the wrist, maybe they get a fine, maybe they get a warning, maybe they get suspended for a Champions League campaign, maybe they might get something tossed their way, but there's no way they can afford to get banned from their domestic league. The Premier League, the TV rights, what makes it what it is the Big Six, whether you like to hear that or not, it is. So they can't function without it. La Liga, can you imagine La Liga without Barcelona, Madrid, and Atletico? It won't happen. They will be in their domestic leagues, and UEFA will make sure at some stage that maybe they'll have to sign something that says you will never attempt to break away from the Champions League or whatever again. So very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. David versus Davies would be lit. It would be lit. I hope that it happens, man. I hope that it happens. I'm interested in what will happen now in the Champions League. I think the games will be delayed. I don't, just because I don't think they can afford to delay games with this COVID season already, but I don't know. Jack says, I feel Barcelona is not going to get sanctioned because the club had no choice. Bartomeu signed off before. That is true. And like I said, if there's one club I think that would have been mainly behind us, it would have been Barcelona because of their disgusting financial situation. But yeah, guys, only time will tell, man. Right now, no club can afford any Dortmund player, and that's what pisses Perez off. Yeah, man. It's gonna be interesting. This thing is far from over, man. PSG taking the UEFA Champions League this year. I hope not. I hope the competition gets finished. I really do. What are your thoughts on the Bundesliga, which is the merger of the the Belgian league and the Eredivisie? I don't really know what to think about it, to be honest. It has to be done properly for it to be successful. I don't mind watching either league. I think they both have a good little draw. It'll help the league, no doubt, putting some of the big hitters in the leagues together, but it'll be a very interesting league. I'm not for it, I'm not against it, and like I said, I'm a very traditional person. I don't like seeing change, so I guess if you had to push me one way, I'd say just leave it the way things are, but I don't know. It's so hard to try to create another European powerhouse. There's already so many of them, and I don't know how much better it'll make each league. It'll make each league significantly better. There's no doubt, but will it make it that much of a step? Will it be able to crack the top 5? Will it put Liga under threat? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. So I have very mixed emotions about it. Tough game versus City, CC, but otherwise fine. A little off subject. What do you think? Or what do the fans think of Emre Can? I liked having him at Liverpool FC. Was glad when he went to Dortmund, unless y'all don't like him. He's very useful. He's been used as a utility player this year. He's played at right back. He's played at center back. He's played at outside center back. He's played at CDM. He's played at CM. He's been very useful that way, but he's very known for making mistakes, which has cost us quite a few times. So I still like Emre Can a lot. He needs to clean up some of his competitive play in terms of turning over the ball, but you know, I stand by him, and I'm happy he's on the team. Angie says he loves Emre Can. I think merging of the leagues would be beneficial. It could be, and I think that's the main reason that they're looking to do it.
Liverpool made a tweet that they've officially discontinued their plans to form the league.
And Producer T keeps us up to date as well, saying that Liverpool has made a tweet that they have officially ended their plans to join the European Super League. Some Liverpool fans are going to absolutely love that. 6 English teams have entered, now 6 are leaving. What position did Arsenal leave in? 4th. It's a clever tweet. It's a clever tweet. But that is good, man. It's going to make a lot of Liverpool fans happy, including some of the guys right now in our chat. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. That is huge, man. Put a transfer ban on every club that tried to form. There's got to be some type of punishment. I don't know what it is, man. There's got to be some type of punishment.
I think if the league stays, every team that leaves has to pay fines to the teams that stayed. Is what I've read here.
Producer T is saying that every team that has stayed in the domestic league has to potentially pay a fine. No.
The teams that were in the Super League.
Oh, yeah.
That are leaving.
Okay.
If the Super League stays, if they don't completely disband it, the teams that left the league now have to pay the other teams that are still in the Super League.
Okay. To correct that, Producer T is saying that if the Super League does eventually stay and does go through, every team that has left, so Liverpool, who will leave, City, I don't know who's officially left, I can't remember, Chelsea, whoever it is, whoever officially left will have to pay the other teams who stay money. So, very interesting. But with the fact that these clubs are leaving left, right, and center, and Liverpool, in my opinion, needed to be one of the first ones to leave, it's gonna be crazy. And Angie's saying Premier League is debating on whether to deduct them points. It's gonna be such an ugly situation, man. This is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
United, they're done too.
United is done as well. The information is skyrocketing, and it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing.
Arsenal's done too.
Arsenal done. I think all 6.
Yeah.
I think all six Premier League teams have now dropped out. So any of you Premier League fans that are watching, you can be pretty happy about that. I wouldn't personally like to see, if there is gonna be a punishment, which I think there should be, I wouldn't like to see point deduction. I wouldn't like to see them banned. I know it sounds harsh, but I'd rather see a transfer ban. That way it doesn't affect the play of the game. It doesn't affect the competitiveness. They're not starting in a hole, but they can't sign anybody. And Tottenham's done as well. Yeah, this thing is... Chelsea's...
They were playing a game, they just finished the game.
True. All big 6 clubs have 20-point deduction. There's no way that is true. But relieved, Liverpool pulled out, but starting my Dortmund journey. Well, you couldn't start your Dortmund journey with a better community here, my man. I just wish the 12 teams don't get away with this. Some sort of repercussion has to happen. I believe it will too, man. I believe it too. Relegate 20. Arsenal can't afford 20 points. They'll get relegated. But transfer ban would be good. And again, I'm not a huge fan of point deductions, man. It sucks. This whole thing was disgusting. It was embarrassing. It's ridiculous the way that it's gone down. I want to see a transfer ban. I think that's fair. These teams have to struggle with a transfer ban for a year. We've seen Chelsea have to deal with it. They can still represent the European competition. I don't know what it's going to be. Or you ban them from Europe for a year. But it's going to be tough sell. These clubs left because they wanted money, because they're selfish. Barcelona can't function without the Champions League money. But maybe they can function if they have a transfer ban, stop them from spending. I don't know, man. It'll be interesting, but that's huge news, man. 6 clubs. 6 of the clubs from England have dropped out. The other need to follow suit. This thing is not happening. There's no way. It's absolutely huge. Unbelievably proud to be a Borussia Dortmund supporter, man. Huge movement from our club. Huge movement from everybody else. They've still embarrassed themselves in front of the entire world. Transfer ban is a good idea, but implement fan own. Well, there you go. That's another fantastic shout, my man. Transfer ban would be good, but not insult on injury. But yes, fan ownership. You can see what it does. Greedy owners will always try because the rich of the rich can put themselves in a position to get richer. But huge. We've done it, man. My respect for the Bundesliga skyrocketed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bai says hashtag road to 3K. If you guys want to subscribe, if you want to drop a like to celebrate today, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys have been fantastic in the chat. It's been absolutely huge. It makes me so proud. I can't wait to celebrate with the communities, seeing the way that this thing goes. Hopefully this thing just gets dead and buried because I don't want to see this thing moving on. Dortmund versus Kiel for the DFB Pokal semifinal is going to be great. What day is it on? It's on right now, May the 1st, but there was rumors that the Kiel side picked up COVID, a lot of their players. So hopefully, the game's able to go through because we will be doing a watch along on it and it will be a lot of fun. I would relegate all of them. A little harsh again. Again, the reason that the relegation wouldn't work, the points deduction, is that the big clubs, they want to play in the Champions League, the Europa League. The big clubs can't get relegated because, no, I shouldn't say they can't. They shouldn't because, again, it kills the league. It kills the league that, like, the UEFA doesn't want them to leave their domestic leagues. The Premier League without the big six isn't the Premier League. Now, they piss off everybody, but it's true. I think, yeah, putting it in fan ownership would be a huge step, and I think transfer ban for a year is a fair thing. Some of you guys are going to be pissed, and we're going to want the roof thrown on them, and I respect the decision because they peed off a lot of people. But I don't know. I'm very proud of our team, very proud of our league, and hopefully we gain some people. And glad to see another Bundesliga fan. Who's your club, my man? Who's your club? Dortmund to win the Pokal 5-0 over Leipzig. That's what we're holding on to. A little bit of silverware this season for the boys. Have you ever come to Turkey? I've not, but Besiktas is my Turkish team. I'm Canadian. You can probably understand why. Watching Kyle Larin and Atiba Hutchinson have been a lot of fun. So I've never been to Turkey. We plan to head back to Germany again. You obvious reasons, but excited to see what kind of stuff we can do with the club over there as well. So we'll see, man. But this is a big day. It's a Bayern fan, but that's okay. We have a lot of Bayern fans on the channel as well. It's not a huge YouTube community for English-speaking Bundesliga fans, but we have a lot of support and love on the channel, man. It's very cool. What's your favorite Brazilian team? Palmeiras is my man. A buddy of mine is also a big fan of theirs as well. So Duda was my guy before he had to go over to Qatar, and now it's Ronnie. You and Producer T should do a European tour when Dortmund is in the Champions League in the next couple years. It'd be cool, man. It'd be cool. There could be some pretty cool things on the horizon, man. There's a couple. We're not gonna leave anything because there's nothing's official, but there could be some cool things on the horizon here for the channel. You guys have been unbelievably supportive. This has been a huge day for football. I was devastated. I was gutted over the past couple days. I didn't know what to think. My girlfriend was rubbing my back, just being like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." Everything that I've loved and all the time and effort I've spent on this sport in the last 14 plus years is going down the drain. I don't know what to do with myself, and I'm one who's got luckily a club who stuck with it. But I love football in general, man, and I hope that everything turns out the way that we want it to, man. And this community is fantastic. Steps are going in the right direction, and it's incredible. You are welcome. There's POG. Yeah. I mean, I've watched in my lifetime probably like 15 to 20 of their games, but they're the team I like to support. I like to pick a team from each and every country. It just keeps me reason. If I go to the country, I can watch a game there. But it is cool. I'm a Bayern fan, but I support BVB, and I always do. I appreciate that, man. You need to come to Dortmund for a huge game. I've been there once, and I intend to go back as soon as I can with Producer T this time. Imagine you and Producer T vlogs around BVB. That's the goal. That would be YouTube gold, man. But we can't do it right now. Canada's on strict lockdowns, and I don't want to bring him there until we can have the crowd that deserves those type of vlogs. But football fans showed today that no owner is big enough to control a fan base and wants the best for their club. Absolutely did, man. Hell yeah, Bayern might be Dortmund's rivals, but both clubs showed class, and my respect for Bayern is even more. Absolutely, man. Who do you support from Spain? Atletico Madrid. tough to watch them do this. Atletico, again, is a club I like to think is built on morals. Diego Simeone, Jurgen Klopp are still my favorite managers and will probably forever be my favorite managers. No one else really comes that close. Hoping Marco Rose can put a dent on my heart next season, but those are my guys. So that it is. I mean, like I said, I'm a Canadian fan, so I just have a love for the game. I love traveling. I've been to already 20 different countries in my life, and I like picking a club from each and every country just to keep me a little tied to that league. And but there's one club that has my heart, and you guys obviously know who it is. And we have a fan channel around it. We work with the club. We're going on their Twitch tomorrow, guys. So if you guys want to head over to Borussia Dortmund's Twitch, you can see us over there for the match review. And we built an awesome community here, man. It's absolutely incredible. So we're gonna get off now. It's been a lot of fun doing this. We have huge news, and the news is that 6 of the Premier League teams have pieced out of this awful idea. And yeah, you've seen a lot of love, a lot of movement for the Bundesliga. Hopefully we gain some new people here on this stream. We appreciate it. I'm gonna ask this one last question because I think it's funny. Would you take Oscar and Polino for 100K a week on a free transfer? Oh man, that's funny because I do follow the Chinese Super League too. And a fun fact, Polino didn't play today in his Chinese club, man. He didn't play, but I don't know. I'd maybe take Oscar. I don't think Polino has it. How many different teams do you have, LL? And that's why I said it depends how you ask the question. I have one team. It's Borussia Dortmund. That is my team. That is who I support. That is when they're playing anyone in the world. That is who I go for. We work with the club. We're streamers on their Twitch. We have a fan channel around them. But I do love football as a sport. It's why this news hit me hard. And if I'm going to go to a country, I'd like to potentially watch a team. So I like, just as myself, if I'm going to follow a league, I like to pick a team just to follow. So I have one team. It's Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, we have a channel about them. But I mean, I live in Canada. You can see Toronto FC behind me. I like going to Toronto FC games. I like watching live football. And then if I go somewhere in Europe, I like to pick a team from that country just to keep me a little love for the team. So when you guys from around the world can ask me a question about a specific league, I can give you some answers for it. That's why I said we have a lot of Turkish fans here on the channel, and they ask me about the Turkish league. And Besiktas is the team that I like, I follow. I do that because there's a couple Canadians. So there shouldn't be a league around the world that you guys can ask me about that I don't have a little bit of knowledge about and try to pick a team about. But it's just because the football is a world sport. It's a beautiful sport, man. And that's the reason, if you guys were like, how many teams do you have? You know, that's why. You guys know who my team is, obviously. We have a fan channel around it. But you guys have been absolutely fantastic, guys. We're going to head off now. Drop a like on the chat on the way out. This is a big day for football, man. I keep getting interesting questions, though. Yo, I got a team for you in Austria. If you ever have stopped by Vienna, you can watch a match. That's funny enough would be my team from Austria. When I was backpacking through Europe, we almost went to Austria and we were gonna go to a game and we're gonna go see Vienna, the purple Vienna, and we watched a lot of love from the fans there. It looked pretty cool, but we ended up going to Hungary instead. So Budapest is my Hungarian club. There you go. It's always about something. It just keeps you tied to the league, guys. It always keeps you tied to the league. It's more fun, in my opinion, following the league and having a team that you want to go for. You want to keep a little eye on, a little special eye on. But my love, my heart is with Borussia Dortmund. You guys know that. You guys were fantastic today. This is a big win for football. Hopefully, we'll see the European Super League fall apart. And thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time.